Hi, let's talk about a few questions that we have right now, and we're going to answer those questions. Number one is, why is information increasingly condensed and summarized as it moves up to the management hierarchy? As information moves up hierarchy, it becomes increasingly condensed because senior managers need actionable insights without being overwhelmed by operational details. Summarization focuses on highlighting trends, key performance indicators, KPIs, and critical decision rather than granular details. For example, a retail chain manager compiles weekly sales data from all stores into a summarized report for regional directors. Question number two is, why are service businesses often located close to the client? Service businesses rely on proximity to their customers to provide timely, personalized, and convenient services. Being close to clients reduces logistical delays, enhances trust, and ensures frequent interactions. Examples are the restaurants near office areas serve employees during lunch hours. Question number three is that we have to give the examples of corporations and non-corporations. Corporations is Apple, Coca-Cola, Microsoft. They have separate legal identities from owners. Non-corporations, proprietorship, like local bakeries or freelance service, which lack separate legal identity. Examples of planning and controlling in management planning. This was a question. A clothing retailer sets a goal to open 50 stores over 3 years. A car manufacturer develops a plan to switch 80% of the production to electric vehicle by 2030. Controlling is reviewing monthly sales data to ensure revenue targets are met, monitoring production quality to ensure cars meet safety standards. Capitalism, market economies, and government as a regulator. Capitalism, an economic system where private ownership of resources and profit models drive innovation and efficiency. Example is the Tesla thrives in a capitalist system by innovating electric vehicles. Market economies decisions on production and pricing are driven by supply and demand with minimal government interventions. Example is the stock market reflects investor confidence based on market trends. Government as a regulator, governments intervene to ensure fairness, prevent monopolies, and protect consumers. Example, Canada regulates banking to maintain economic stability. Another question is business objectives. Business objectives are measurable goals that guide operations. For example, profit. Generating returns for stakeholders. For example, Amazon aims to grow net income annually. Customer satisfaction is what? Delivering quality service. For example, Starbucks focuses on customer experience. And the growth, what is growth? Expanding market share. For example, Shopify entering new global markets. And now the quality control. Quality control ensures that products or services meet predetermined standard, minimizing defects and errors. Example is automotive. Toyota employs lean manufacturing to ensure consistent vehicle quality. Technology, in terms of technology, Apple tests their iPhone before release. Food production, Coca-Cola uses its strict testing processes to maintain product taste that the product tastes globally. Sole proprietorship, partners and corporations and sole proprietorship. Examples: a freelance graphic designer, that is sole, right? And then the strength of this is easy to set up, complete and control. Weakness is unlimited liability, harder to raise funds and partnerships. Examples are the law firms. Strength is shared resources. Now we are talking about partnerships. Example is the law firms. Strength is shared resources and expertise. Weakness is shared liability and potential. Now the corporations like Microsoft. Strengths, limited liability, easier to raise funds. Weaknesses, higher regulation, double taxation. Now let's talk about the next few questions. Management process with examples, stages of management. Planning. A hospital develops a plan to reduce patient waiting times by 20%. Organizing, assigning nurses to triage stations during peak hours. Leading, inspiring staff through motivational seminars. Controlling, monitoring daily patient feedback for improvement. Next question was Jane Doe's computer consulting business, choosing a business structure, forms of ownership, and we already spoke about sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporations. And now let's talk about cooperative. Its strength for the cooperative. Cooperative is strength is democratic decision making, equal profit sharing, harder to raise, and the weakness is harder to raise capital, slower decision making. So characteristics for consideration: protection against liability. A corporation is safest as personal assets are protected. Ease of formation. Proprietorship is the simplest. Permanence. Corporations live the founder. Ease of ownership transfer. Corporations are more flexible than for sole businesses. Raising money, corporations can issue shares to raise funds. Freedom of regulations, sole business face the least bureaucracy. Tax advantage, sole business avoid double taxations. So the recommendation in the scenario that was presented for Jane for the consulting business, a corporation is recommended due to its protection against liability, scalability, and permanence. While it may require more initial setup effort, it provides long-term security and growth potential. And for the next few questions asked, the Canadian business system is mixed market economy, meaning it blends private enterprise with government oversight to maintain stability, fairness, and economic growth. It is shaped by Canada's natural resources, trade partnerships, notably with the US, and innovation focused industries. Key features: government regulations. The Canadian government enforces rules on banking, healthcare, and environmental sectors to ensure transparency and fairness. Global trade as part of NAFTA, which is now USMCA, and other trade agreements, Canada thrives on exports of oil, lumber, and advanced manufacturing. Innovation. Public private partnerships foster innovation in technology, medicine, and aerospace. Mega business examples are Royal Bank of Canada, a leader in financial services globally representing Canada's robust banking sector. Shopify, a major player in global e-commerce, showcasing the country's technology innovation. Bombardier is an example. It specializes in aerospace and rail solutions and leveraging Canada's engineering industrial strengths. So these are some of the examples. Unlikely Unlike a purely capitalist system like the US, Canada balances growth with public welfare. Canada does balances the growth with public welfare. For example, industries like healthcare are heavily subsidized. Hi, let's talk now about energy price, inflation, interest rates, and cost of living. These economic factors are interconnected, influencing each other and the broader economy. Energy prices is what cost of oils, gas, and electricity impact transportation, manufacturing, and heating. Example: a spike in oil prices raises shipping costs, which then increase product prices. Now the inflation. General increase in prices reduce purchasing power. For example, if bread costs rise due to fuel price hikes, inflation accelerates. Interest rate set by central banks. These affect borrowing costs for businesses and consumers. For example, high inflation often leads to higher interest rates, discouraging borrowing. Cost of living reflects expenses for essentials like food, housing, and utilities. Example: rising energy prices and inflation increase monthly household examples. Practical example: if oil prices surge, transportation costs for goods rise, leading to higher retail price, that is inflation. To combat inflation, central banks might raise interest rates. making mortgages more expensive and driving up the cost of living. Now, let's talk about business competitive advantage based on time, price, and place. Competitive advantage refers to attributes that allow a business to outperform its rivals. Three types of advantages. One is time. Uh, Speed in delivering goods for service. For example, Amazon's same day delivery offers unmatched. Price. Number two is price, offering lower prices than competitors. Example, Walmart's bulk purchasing and efficient supply chain allow low prices, capturing price sensitive customers. Number three is place, convenient locations or accessibility. For example, Starbucks selects high traffic areas like malls and office hubs for easy customer access. So these are some of the important uh, terms that we were supposed to talk about. So there are so many examples of Amazon, Walmart, Starbucks regarding time, place, and the price. So you can always comment about all this explained in the video. Thank you.